In 2002, WayForward Technologies and Capcom teamed up to bring us a light-hearted platform adventure game starring a girl named Shantae. The origin of her character dates all the way back to 1994 when Matt Balzan, the game's director, and his wife created the character based off an idea she tossed around. Fast forward several years and they had an entire world full of characters and mythology centered around the Half-Genie Hero. Talk about life goals, am I right? Anyways, Shantae released on the Game Boy Color in 2002, and even though the game didn't sell super well, it had fairly positive reception and is often praised as one of the best Game Boy Color games of all time. Today, the series is now 4 games strong and has truly evolved into a franchise loved by many. Shantae has appeared as a guest character in several indie games across the spectrum, and her latest adventure is still getting updates to this day. For real. Check out the Jammies mode campaign. There's also an unlockable transformation based on Sophia 3 from Blaster Master Zero, and that's just a tip of the lamp if you get my drift. Today, on Character Potential, we'll be covering none other than the Half-Genie herself, Shantae. I'm pretty sure I rambled on about her enough in the opening segment that we could probably just jump right into the ability stat stuff. Just a huge fan, that's all. Let's get down to business. As usual, these stats are based on a 1 to 9 scale in tribute to Smash AI. Power. This is a rating of how much base damage her attacks will do compared to other characters. Now, Shantae doesn't possess superhuman strength, but that doesn't mean she can't whip you into shape. She's tough and she fights for the good of the world. Shantae would be a 4 out of 9. Speed. This stat determines how fast she moves. Walking and running movement, swimming, edge tactics, dodge roll, etc. Shantae is nimble and has a lot of utility when it comes to mobility. For these reasons, I'm giving Shantae a 7 out of 9. Technique. This stat defines how much of a learning curve her moveset would be. Shantae has many tools at her disposal, and that makes her a dangerous opponent with a ton of utility. She might be a bit more difficult to master unless you are familiar with the series though. Shantae would be an 8 out of 9 in technique. Jump. This is a rating of how many jumps she gets, how high her jumps are, or how good her recovery is. Shantae would have a decent recovery rating and average jumps, placing her at about a 5 out of 9. Weight. Weight is a rating of how light or heavy a character will be. Being a 2, Shantae is one of the lightest characters, and that means it'll be easy to smash her off the stage. Her jumps won't be very floaty, and her fall speed is average. For Shantae's standard B special, she would pull out Risky's trusty pistol and fire off a shot. The attack isn't very powerful and knockback is low, but it can be shot multiple times in succession, good for racking up damage in a short time. Shantae's up B special would be the cannon jump. Activate this ability to blast multiple cannonballs out of the cannon in a downward manner. These shots would propel Shantae in a direction of your choice up to 3 times. It would basically be like 3 extra jumps, but you have to time your button presses correctly or you'll fall. An upside to this attack is the cannonballs that fire down can damage opponents, so it can be used to rain down some damage on opponents. Cannonballs would be average damage and knockback. The side B special would be a Scimitar dash with Risky Scimitar. This attack would be a Wario bike styled attack that sends Shantae charging across the stage. Any opponent caught in the charge would take minor damage and average knockback. Similar to controlling Wario's bike, Shantae could turn around mid-charge to head the other direction or to cancel out of the attack. For Shantae's down B special, it would be the Pike Ball. Shantae would summon the Pike Ball similar to Mega Man's Leaf Shield and be able to soak certain attacks. Although the knockback would be minor, the spinning Pike Balls would cause a hit stun-like effect, allowing Shantae to go in for combos or create space on the battlefield. For Shantae's standard A attack, she would do her tried and true hair whip. Tap the A button for repeated whips, which could catch opponents in a multi-hit style combo. For Shantae's forward tilt, she would do a power kick from Shantae in the Pirate's Curse. This is a spinning heel kick that would do minor damage and decent knockback. It does look really cool though. For Shantae's down tilt, she would do her crouching hair whip from the series. I think that her playstyle from the series would transfer to Smash almost effortlessly. Same rules would apply for the crouched whip. Tap the button repeatedly to continue whipping for multiple attacks. For the up tilt, Shantae would do a jumping fire punch upward similar to one of her Half-Genie Hero poses. Minor damage and knockback, but spammable, much like Mario's up tilt. Shantae's neutral air attack would be an aerial version of the hair whip. The forward air tilt would be a spinning power kick. Powerful in the air, but being a spin kick, you have to time the attack well for full connection. The back air tilt would be a backhand with Risky's pistol. This attack would be hard hitting, but have some ending lag. The down tilt would be Shantae's downward stab with the scimitar from Pirate's Curse. This attack would spike if hit with the tip of the blade, so aim well. For Shantae's smash attacks, she would use none other than the dancing transformations. Shantae will enter the dance stance as you charge the smash and let out one of 3 attacks depending on which directional input you chose. For the up smash, the Harpy Talon, Shantae would jump up in Harpy form and unleash 3 to 5 talons in an upward arc doing average damage and knockback. For the down smash, the Elephant Stomp, Shantae would change into the elephant form and do a massive stomp on the ground, dealing major damage and sending out Shockwave with moderate knockback. This would be a good KO attack for those high percentage opponents. For the forward smash, the Spider Venom, Shantae would transform into her spider form, spitting an acid blast. If the attack touches an opponent, it would do damage over time and have average knockback. Good for spacing as well, because the acid will remain on the ground for a short period of time, giving the attack a secondary use as a trap. For the final smash, it's not flashy, but it's effective. The music would cue and Shantae would start to dance. This would lead up to her using the Obliterate belly dance that sends lethal magic explosions out of her body, taking out all opponents caught ending the smash with her bubbly self posing for the screen. For taunts, Shantae would have 3. 1. She does a pose and says "Ret 2 go," a staple from the series. 2. Shantae does a little dance and laughs. 3. Shantae crosses her arms firmly and shows frustration similar to her Pirate's Curse animation. For a stage, I would go with the Scuttletown Square. To me, this place is iconic in the Shantae series, and players will know this area from all the mini adventures with Shantae over the years. You could have Ammo Baron and Squid Baron as stage hazards, and Tinkerbats hop across the battlefield from time to time. I can see it now. For Little Mac's Punch-Out stage, Shantae's moniker would say Half-Genie Hero, obviously, because she's awesome. Shantae's victory pose would be her holding up the magic lamp and jumping in excitement. Her victory theme would be a rearrangement of the stage clear jingle. Take a listen. Last but not least, Shantae would have a variety of alt colors and costumes based off her friends and various moments from the franchise. And there you have it, guys. Another episode of Character Potential done. Personally, Shantae is one of my favorite game series of all time. I've loved this series for as long as I can remember. My personal opinion on her chances, I think, is slim. Honestly, with the Smash Direct that we had yesterday, we saw that Shovel Knight was confirmed as an assist trophy. I think if Shantae was to have any representation in Smash, it would either be like an assist trophy similar to Shovel, or it would be like more of like a trophy. Maybe like a couple tracks if we're lucky, which is unfortunate because she's an amazing character. It's a great game. I do think it would be really cool to see her, but I don't think it's really I don't think it's in the cards. That being said, I do hope you enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun putting this one together. Like I said, I love this series. I appreciate everybody who watches this. You know, I appreciate all your feedback. If you have a request, let me know. I am going to be starting the next request episode now that this one's done. So, as always, guys, just let me know how you feel. Let me know what you think. I want to know what you're thinking about this, I guess. I'm kind of rambling at this point. This is your pleb. This is Trev. And I will see you next time, guys. Thanks again. Thank you for all that you... Thank you. You guys are the best. Bye.